And today we're going to do something I have never done before. And I think you're going to get a lot of value out of this. I'm going to share, I don't use the word secret because I don't believe in secrets in wholesaling, but I'm going to use kind of a dirty method on how you can get free leads and take advantage of all these paid guys on Facebook. That's right. I'm going to walk through you step by step, and I'm going to show you actual proof on how it works. Because listen, there's a lot of people out there spending a ton of money on getting leads, and they have no idea what they're doing, and they're trusting third-party sources to do it. And I'm here to rip the cover off of it, show you how to do it. Honestly, if you jump on this, you're going to thank me. I promise you. Now, I've known about this trick for a long time, and honestly, I've struggled without even sharing it because it is borderline. I'm not saying illegal. It's very tricky, but it is fair game. All's fair game in business. A old school, not an old school, a wholesaler told me all that once. Everything's fair in wholesaling as long as you're not breaking the law. So I promise you we're not breaking the law. Reverse digital Facebook lead hack. Now, I know it's a lot of words to chew on, but it is truly correct. Now, I know this works in Facebook. That's why it's targeted with Facebook. I'm sure it can work in other markets, but I want to give you the other marketing channels, but specifically Facebook, we have targeted and used those. So you guys, unless you haven't been on planet Earth in the last like 10 years, you've all heard about this little method called Facebook ads for wholesaling real estate. And to be honest with you, a lot of people teach you how to get leads with Facebook ads. And honestly, it does work, but you have to pay. And here's the problem is Facebook is a constant moving target. It is a lot of work. It's very confusing. And 9 times out of 10, you have to have an agency or a Facebook ads manager to keep up with it. Because if you truly wanted to learn it, you would have to spend all your time and stop wholesaling. That defeats the purpose of what we teach you here. So this is the problem with Facebook. The other problem with Facebook ads is you've got everybody teaching these courses on the internet. Now, listen, I don't have a problem with it. I actually have friends that teach this, but I'm here to tell you, I don't do it. I do not give it an endorsement. Because why? Because I did it for multiple years and the results were at best dismal. Now, some markets it explodes and people have liquid gold. But for the most part, if you did this across the United States, you're mostly going to be paying Facebook ads and working for free. There are exceptions to the rule, but this is my experience. The reality is when people go on the Facebook, they do not go on there to sell their house. You have to nurture the lead. Now, Facebook ads work pretty good for realtors, but on average, it takes them 12 to 18 months to nurture one client just to get them to list their house, okay? People don't go to Facebook to try to sell their house. They try to go and socialize and escape life. And for that reason, this is why Facebook ads really don't work that great for wholesalers. Now, if you go to Google PPCs, which you do a direct search and you pay for the keywords, that's a different story. And it's a completely different topic. I'm not talking about PPC. I'm talking about Facebook ads. Now, most successful organizations that use Facebook ads are not the small mom and pops. They are going to be full corporate structures, and they spend anywhere from 5 to 10K a month just on Facebook alone. They have to have full-time people, and you have to go with a massive amount of speed with Facebook ads. And honestly, guys, I've tried it. I got deals from it. But for the most part, I didn't get the return. And most of the time, whatever deals I got offset with the amount of Facebook ads I spent. And here's the real challenge. Here's where you all get sucked in and you get duped and you get faked out on these Facebook things. Number one, 9 times out of 10, the people trying to convince you to do a Facebook course or anything is either going to be a guru, which I don't have a problem with. But the problem is they're going to hook you up with an ad agency, and most of them get a big fat kickback with it. And here's what every ad agency says, and I've heard it time after time. Just, you got to give me a 6-month commitment. And after 6 months, they're going to tell you you need another 3 months. And after another 3 months, you'll need another 3 months. That's 1 year, guys. 1 year. If you're going to spend $5K a month, do the math on that. That's $60K out of your pocket minimum. Now, a lot of you go, no, I do it a lot cheaper. I do it myself. Well, now you're creating a full-time job. Here's the second part that they suck you all in. You guys ever hear them talk about cost per leads? This is the most useless stat you can ever rely on especially for wholesaling leads. What do I mean by that? A cost per lead, if you go with a cost per lead for like a PPC, it can be anywhere, like a cheap one will be $500 a lead, super cheap, up to $5,000 a lead. Yes, people pay big money for keywords in major metro markets. Why? Because they can. And it's not uncommon for a PPC to have a $100,000 budget per month. Now, you have to have a serious staff dedicated. Otherwise, you are not going to make any money. So where Facebook sucks you in and you get all these people, and they're mostly ad agencies or they're gurus selling it, the cost per lead so cheap, it's anywhere from $8 to $12 per lead. Who gives a crap? They're not selling their house quickly on Facebook ads alone. I'm here to tell you. So if it's 8 or 12 and you got 100 leads, what's the point if you're going to calculate cost per lead? You have to actually look at your cost per deal or per contract to get a true KPI in this area. Trust me, I've been duped on this myself. The cost per lead for Facebook ads, in my opinion, is completely irrelevant. Why? Because you're being sold, guys. If it's $5 or $20, what's the point? If you don't get deals, you're just throwing money away to Facebook, and Facebook changes all the time. And by the way, I'm here to tell you, Facebook's not a big fan of wholesalers. Why? Because the ads get flagged if you don't do them the right way. If you have a picture of a bandit sign, it creates problems, and it's just a pain in the butt. I'm here to tell you. So why do people use Facebook ads? For inbound leads. I get it. I fell for this trap too. That's why we want to do it. It's significantly cheaper than PPC, but it is a constantly moving target. And remember, people, do you actually go on social media, Instagram, Facebook, places like this, to try to sell a house fast? Most people are going to go into a search engine and type it in there. And that's why PPC, honestly, if it's $3,000 a lead, it's probably worth it if you understand how PPC leads are run correctly. Most of you get sucked in the cost per lead. It's so cheap. It's $8 to $12. Guys, you can have 1,000 leads. If you don't get a contract from it, what's the freaking point? So you have to understand that. And by the way, everyone I've seen do a Facebook campaign for wholesaling, I've never seen them finish it out. I don't see them doing it 5 years later. Every one of them. Show me otherwise. Show me someone who's done a 10-year campaign with Facebook ads, and I'll be impressed. Most people try it and then they go to something else. Why? Because it's just not that profitable, and you constantly churn your wheels. So I want you to understand that story before we start this out. So let's get into it. Let's talk about how this works. So now you guys know Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, you call him a brilliant man or not, and I'm not talking about the politics of Facebook, but there is a ton of eyeballs on Facebook. We all know it. So many people across the world do it, especially in the United States. So it does have a lot of traffic. Who gets the most traffic? The people that pay for the ads. Now, if you've woken up by this point, you go, I don't want to pay for Facebook ads because I don't get anywhere with it. Now, if you're selling a widget or a product, so if you had a dog bone and you found all the dog groups, that makes perfect sense. There is no group for people looking to sell their house fast or at a massive discount. So you got to understand there's not a lot of alignment with a wholesaler. You have to find people paid. You're never going to find them organically by doing this. So your competition, the people that actually pay for this, and these are all people that have not watched my live, because they eventually will figure this out. And by the way, I'm not a hypocrite. I've done this myself. I have tried it. I have talked to people all over the country over 21 years. In the last 12 years of doing Facebook ads, nobody ever tries to rely on it or makes it no one's done a 10-year campaign on this. Why? Because it's really frustrating. And 9 times out of 10, you got to pay a third-party agency, and it's expensive. And by the time you do your ad budget, how much are you really going to make when it's all said and done? So I'm going to show you how the competition, you can get all the eyes on their deals onto you. And here's the best part. It's 100% free. So you guys know how I operate. Like, I do guerrilla warfare in wholesaling. I've done it my entire career, and it pisses people off, and I love doing it, and you've got to understand it. So I'm going to show you how I stole deals from Nan. I'm not going to tell you who Nan is, but Nan's a real person. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's a real person. I'm going to walk you through it. So here's what Nan did. Nan got all excited. Some guru or ad agency says, I can change your life and fill you up with leads. Well, guess what? She or he got a ton of leads from it. Remember, leads don't mean a lot sometimes in wholesaling, especially if it's coming from a place where they're not really going there to solve a problem. Guys, you go to social media so you can laugh, you can stalk your friends, and you can judge other people. Let's just be brutally honest about it. We all do it. So why would you go to social media thinking you're going to sell a house on Facebook? So when you get these leads forms fill out, 9 times out of 10, they wind up being stalkers. So there's this little thing is on these sponsored ads, and they're going to be sponsored. And I know sponsoring is annoying as heck on Facebook. You all know what I'm talking about. Okay. Nan went out and I keep saying she, so whatever. Call it what you want. I said I'd be neutral on this. Nan hired to do Facebook ads and she outsourced it. Oh my God, this is going to be amazing for my wholesaling business. Watch what happens. They said they're going to explode my leads. They are correct. They're going to explode your leads. You're not going to get anywhere because these people aren't really looking to sell their house. They're looking to sell their house for top dollar 9 times 10 of the realtor. And that takes 12 to 18 months. So what do you think the nurturing process on a wholesale deal is? It's going to be even longer. It could be years. You guys willing to call someone hundreds of times over years to get a good deal? This is, in my opinion, I'd rather have you chase the government list. But for learning purposes, Nan's was sold. Oh my God, I'm going to kill it with these Facebook ads. I'm going to crush it. And guys, tons of courses are sold on this. And honestly, Facebook ads work really well for I like whenever you can align it with a specific group, it makes sense. Wholesaling, what are you going to do? Go to a wholesale group, people like us? We're not buying your house. And that's where a lot of these ads are showing up. So Nan hired a Facebook ad. Okay. And here's the problem is she outsourced it. Tell me, put in the comments, what is the one single thing that makes Facebook ads so interesting other than the ad itself? What is below the ad? I want to see it in the comments and tell me where I'm going with this, guys. What do people put when they see an ad, especially one they think is controversial, one they don't like, or one that's like, are you like, why would you do something like that? What do they put in there? Put in the comments, guys. I am waiting because I know the answer because I'm going to let the cat out of the bag here. Oh, Tim is like dead on. Comment section, guys. This is where you go to you put the, God, I don't even know what to call it. I'm so old. You put the meme in there with the guy eating the popcorn sitting there. And here's the truth, guys. Tim's right on that one. Eric is right on that one. Most wholesaler ads wind up with ridiculous comments or it's a scam, period. And here's the best part is when you outsource it, because you're such a busy wholesaler and you trust this ad agency or you trust this coach, the comments tend to go viral. Now, the real action to get business is not the ad itself. Let somebody else pay for it. It's in the freaking comments. I'm telling you guys, I swear to you, I have more fun watching other wholesalers paid sponsorship when they put these on. Why? Because they never, ever pay attention to them. They don't respond to them. So imagine spending thousands of dollars on an ad and somebody asks you a question on the ad and you don't respond. Now, every now and then there is a legit person looking to buy a house and they're trying to filter this person's Nan's ad out. And Nan doesn't respond to the comments. Nan's got money on the line and they don't understand what's going on. So you see where I'm going with this, guys, is you have to understand that. Okay, hold on. Let me get Eric's comment off there. But guys, honestly, if you really want true entertainment, go to a wholesaler's ad, a sponsored ad, and read the comments. And absolutely, it's beyond entertaining. Honestly, I find myself almost every other evening just looking at it because I'm like, what idiot pays all that money and just lets that stuff happen? So here's what you're going to do. Instead of you doing the ridiculous sarcastic comment, like, he's probably going to buy it pennies on the dollar and steal the house from you. And because you see these comments all the time. So we're going to reverse hack this. Okay. It doesn't cost you a dime. And honestly, some of you guys don't have money. This is an incredible technique. And I'm going to show you proof it actually works. So here's what we did as a company. Okay. I commented, we actually buy houses for cash and we'll answer you. And we'll put a phone number on there and I'll close it in 7 days. I get their attention quickly. Now I want to convert that to a phone call or a DM or something like that. Yes. Do I get roasted on comments? Absolutely. But I'm not paying for this ad. All the eyeballs are on me and I'm the only person that's giving true leads the time of day. Yes, I get crappy leads too, but I've actually gotten deals from this technique. I let people pay tens of thousands of dollars and I take their traffic and I take it over. Is it legal? 100%. People don't pay attention. People with a lot of money sometimes think they can skip the line in wholesaling and they're going to think everyone else does it for them. The reality is these ad agents, these coaches, they're out recruiting hundreds of people. They can't pay attention to these comments. Now, every now and then someone does pay attention, and that's one you probably want to avoid. Now, these free inbound leads, they get ads with over 10,000 views. So let's talk about how to actually do this. Once you guys understand the theory, and if you have a question, you put it in there. We're gonna talk about this. If you think this is unethical, then like go another play. I don't know what to tell you. It's comments are comments. Comments are free. That's the whole point of social media. So we're just taking advantage of it. Guys, I did bandit signs when I told, it's sketchy. I've done a lot of things that we push the envelope as wholesalers. And if you don't understand how to push the envelope, you're probably not made out to be a wholesaler anyways. You've got to be aggressive. I'm not teaching you to go out and JV with every other wholesaler and be a disposition / real estate agent like all the modern day gurus are teaching you. I'm showing you cutting edge techniques that work today. When I started out, obviously this never existed. I found this out, and me and Zach used to comment for years on this, and we started doing it. And honestly, we struggle with even sharing this technique because number one, it's very good. And number two, it's going to piss off a lot of the guys that pay big bucks to do it. So you've got to understand that. They bandit comments. That's a great one. I probably should have renamed it that one. So I got to give Sean some heads up on it. So guys, this works, but you can't, like the ones that want to apply themselves are going to make this work. Now, how do we find our competition ad? Now I'm going to give you the hack. Now I'm going to give you the backdoor keys to what every ad agency and Facebook coach, you have to pay them thousands of dollars to show you this stuff, and you have to understand it. So the first thing you do is there's this little technique called Facebook Ads Library. You just go on Google, you search it, competitions Facebook ad, and you can see the post. Guys, do you understand that? Go in your Google search tab right now and put in their Facebook Ads Library. And then I'm not going to pull mine up because I'm a pain in the butt pulling this stuff up. You're going to see a search category in there. Just put in there, sell house fast. If you're in Baltimore, put sell your house fast in Baltimore and find all the people and make a spreadsheet of these people. Now, lose my name when they all start like calling me, chewing me out. Rick, why did you have them do this? Listen, I'm teaching you guys, you have to think differently than the average person that's out there. This is a hack. I call it a hack up front because a hack is just a quick, this loop could close. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. Now, once you're in there, just go in there and search for sell my house, the city, maybe it's a county. I wouldn't do state because that's ridiculous. And you're going to get a list. Okay. Once you do that, is copy and paste the person that you're targeting, you're going after, and then put it in your Facebook and pull up the ad. And if you see comments going and nobody responds, you're golden. Every now and then they do have a person that responds. Most of the time they have a VA or an ad agency and they can't keep up because they are churning and burning as an ad agency or a coach and they can't keep up with it. This is what I target and I love to do it because here's the one thing I've learned in social media. When you have a lead, you have to respond with speed. Leads have to have speed or it doesn't work on social. You can't wait days to respond to people. So when a guy goes, listen, I got a 3-2, what do you think? Boom. You have to laser focus. Now, eventually I'm going to find a way with AI that it can automatically scrape this information and this thing's going to the next level. Zach is working on that. I don't know how to do that for full, but I told him if you can find a way to get Bart or AI or Chat GPT to do this, this is going to be exponential. Trust me, someone's going to figure it out. So once we find it, we're just going to put in the comment, hey, we're looking to buy houses too, but I can close in 14 days, 7 days, whatever you want your catchphrase is. And now I'm going to give you one other little example on how this works. You ready? Here's another one. Me and my partner are also looking to buy a couple houses too. This is the fourth one we closed on this month. Now, I'm not telling you guys to lie. Some of you guys have bought properties and you can use this line. I don't like if you haven't bought, just say, listen, we're looking to buy additional properties if you haven't bought them before. But guys, when someone's interested and they got a wreck of a house and they comment on something like that and they don't respond, it is your perfect opportunity to get in there, stealth a lead for free, and move on. It works well. What you've got to understand is to find techniques like this and use techniques like this Facebook digital hack. You got to be creative. So I don't want you all using the exact same line out there. You've got to be unique. You want to be different. This is how it works. And I'm telling you guys, if you'll use this technique, you'll have a lot of fun. This is my full permission slip of Rick, Mr. ADHD, telling you, get super creative. I don't want you to bait people in, trick them in, just get creative. Use people, add, take their information, do whatever you have to do. But guys, I'm telling you, the comments are gold. Now, I said I'd show you like some social proof of it. And I got a lot more I'm working on, but I want to share with you. Let me figure out how to share my screen here. Okay, let me get that off there. So if you want to learn more on how to do this, this is kind of like the latest, greatest thing. Obviously, the basic mechanics at free wholesaling will work perfectly, but I'm going to show you how we help people out with Flip with Rick Plus actually do this. Check this out on your screen. I'm going to share it up there. If you look on there, if you guys can zoom in, hope you can see it. This is from someone that actually worked with Flip with Rick Plus. I walked them through this technique when we were doing it live. And guys, you can check out Flip with Rick Plus. It's just an extended version of me and Zach, and we make it to where you profit from it. I'm not looking to take a giant fee up front from you. And the really cool part is this is what I taught someone exactly how to do. And it says, hey, I saw you're selling 101. I put the address out of there because this deal's under contract. I saw your comment on another We Buy Houses ad. So a lot of times when people are looking to sell their house and somehow they wind up in Facebook and they're searching the comments, they're trying to vet the companies as they see for real. And if they see your ads consistently pop up in the comments, you are now in the running. Guys, this happens all the time. If you want to learn more how to do this, check me out, Flip with Rick Plus. We actually have a live event coming up October 19th and 20th, and only Flip with Rick Plus members are coming, because it's a very private, unique setup. We don't sell anything. I don't bring in guest speakers. Me and Zach just go 2 full days of wholesaling. And that's going to be in Stuart, Florida, coming up October 19th. I'll share more with you guys on that as it comes. But like really cool stuff, guys. And I'm telling you, you've got to figure this technique out if you want to try to do it. As I said, let's make sure we understand the name of it, because someone's going to try to relabel it and do something. Reverse digital Facebook lead hack. I might change it to reverse digital bandit hack, bandit comment signs hack. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But guys, I want to share with you, like, we actively do wholesaling. Now, I'm not a guy who spends a $50,000 to $100,000 a month in ad spend, because I don't want a staff of 15, 20 people. I've done that before. It's not, I like freedom of my time. So I don't teach these crazy techniques where you have to work 80 hours a week. And you know what? I commend you. If that's what you want to do, God bless you. But most of you want to get freedom of your time and become financially free. You've got to find techniques just like this.